Welcome to Aging Untold. When we think of age discrimination, the workplace might come to mind. Perhaps a younger worker passed over for promotion or an older employee forced into retirement. The World Health Organization's 2021 Ageism Report found that 1 out of every 2 people holds some ageist beliefs. Sam, what are some of these ageist beliefs and where do they come from?
Well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Terrible twos. Let's go from one end of the spectrum to the other. So we treat children just as badly, or all teenagers are rebellious. And that's not true either. So these are just prejudices that are based literally on the age of the person. And so for me, I hold dear our aged community, so I always approach it from our senior side. And I know even saying the word senior can be considered an ageism move. But I think a lot of this was driven by our anti-aging movement.
Amen.
We've got a $7 billion industry out there that's teaching you how not to age and how not to be old, and basically telling you that being older is bad.
Right.
And so we've got to learn and we've got to teach, and I love that we've got the show to do this, that aging is something to be embraced. We're all doing it.
Well, you know what? Aging is not a diagnosis. It's not like you go to the doctor, your diagnosis is aging. So you're going to automatically have memory loss, you're going to inevitably have pain, and you're going to be tired. It doesn't work like that.
No.
Aging does not mean decline. And so when you treat someone like that, you miss the treatable conditions like dehydration, infection, sleeping disorders, depression.
Mm-hmm. I know, and people think, oh, I'm not ageist. I'm not ageist. But I remember the first time I saw somebody talk to an older person and their voice got high.
Oh.
Hi, Mr. So-and-so. If you're doing that, you've got some issues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well,
it's just wrong.
Well, if I do that, it's definitely.
Right. And it's all over. So the comedians, entertainers make fun of being old. Mm-hmm. And they make it a mockery instead of sharing the humor and the absurdity of some of the things that happen when our bodies age.
Right, and when they do that, the joke's on them, because what ageism is, it's a prejudice against our future self. So every joke, assumption, or low expectation eventually comes back to us. And I think that most of us are ageist in many ways, whether we admit it or not. One of my fears is that I'll think of things later and go, oh, that was kind of ageist when you used to say that. I know I'm very ageist in my own brain. We talk about ageism as if it's out there, but ageism is really here too. It's how we talk to ourselves. And we age shame ourselves more often than we realize.
Yes.
And these low expectations sneak in quietly and they cause real harm over time.
And then it affects everybody.
Yeah.
You're teaching the young people to fear getting old instead of preparing them and embracing it.
Right, like don't expect much after you turn 55 or whatever
It's all
age.
downhill.
I had a neighbor ask me, this is ageist, I ride my bike, and she stops and she says, where did you get your e-bike? As if I needed an e-bike.
I still do the old school
I'm
pedaling.
really pedaling.
Yeah. Okay, let's don't be ageist about e-bikes, because you can go farther and faster and still get a lot of exercise.
I know.
Well, how many times do you hear people say, man, I turned 50 and it was all downhill?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
so
a good one.
Unfortunately, one of the most detrimental places it shows up is in your profession. In the doctor's office.
Yeah.
And so I read this online and it so applies. This 89-year-old guy goes into the doctor and he says, man, my right knee is really bothering me, doc. And the doctor looks at him and says, you're 89, what do you expect? And he said, well, my left knee's 89 and it doesn't hurt. I expect them to act the same.
I know.
And so we've got to stop that what do you expect mindset of aging, and we've got to accept that aging's a process, and it's a process that unfortunately is robbed of too many people. Mm-hmm. We lose too many people too young.
Mm-hmm. I was with a client in the hospital. She was 98, and the doctor started looking at me, and she said, hey, hey, I'm over here.
Right.
That's so rude.
Isn't it
when
so
you're
rude?
with them, talk to
them,
not
not about
about them. Talk to them, not around them. Include our age community. Don't automatically assume because somebody's of advanced age, they've lost value and they've lost cognition.
I tell people age is a number. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
If you don't mind, it don't matter. Okay.
You have so many great expressions, Dr. Ray.
Well, I always say it's a matter of mind. If you don't mind, it don't matter.
Love it.